someone is looking for something. You have been searching, going to different places, seeking out different things. The answer is here. You don't stay long enough to discover the answer or realize the answer is already here. But you keep leaving. God is the God of the process. And he will meet you even in your practical. A scripture I've been back and forth with, but it's tailored to Joseph's life, pretty much. So, thank you. So, I went to Psalms 105. I'm just going to read this verse, but it is pertaining to Joseph. And it was really intriguing to me in regards to Joseph's story. It says, until the time that his word came, the word of the Lord tried him. Joseph's story. And we know his story is back in the book of Genesis, chapter 37 through 50. And when I kept reading Genesis 37, and I was looking at the processes of Joseph's life. So let's define process. Process, a continuing development including many changes, something that is ongoing or movement is processes. Also, are steps that God allows in order to come to a particular end, a course or a progressive course or a series of steps or motions for the changes and growth. And a lot of times when we're in process, who in a process right now? I know I am. We're in a process of life. You got two hands up. We're in a process. We are in a process, right? In our lives, seasons, different things, shiftings, not truly understanding what is going on, why it's happening this way. We question what God is doing because he's a God of the process. So since he's a God of the process, he's also a God of the promise. And we have to get to that piece, right? And so before we get to what God really desires for our life, there are seasons in our life and processes in our life that we have to encounter. There's a purpose for the encountering of the processes. It's for the growth. It's to build your character. It's to change your disposition. It's to see God in a better and particular way in your life. So the process, we need to welcome that. We have to welcome the process. We kick against the process. We question the process. But we have to remember that he is the God of the process. It came from him. And if he gave it to you or decided for you to do this or go in this manner, he knows that you can. The point is getting you to the expected end of it. But he knows that you can go through the process. And sometimes it don't feel good. Right? Sometimes you don't understand it. And it's okay. As long as you go through it and don't stop. Because if you stop, you hinder. Joseph's life. Let's read some of the things that happened in Joseph. Joseph's what, 17 years old? He started out, he has gifts. He's a dreamer. He prophetically said things about his dreams, right? Prophetically discovered and said things to dreams in regards to Pharaoh and the rest of them, right? So listen. Joseph's brothers, Joseph had a special coat. Joseph was a dreamer. His brothers was jealous of him. Joseph's brothers sold him into slavery. I'm just going by piece. It's through Genesis 37 through 50, right? Joseph was taken to Egypt. But Joseph was faithful in the midst of it all. He was still faithful. He trusted God, even when he didn't understand everything that was going on. Potiphar's wife accused him of advancements. I'll use the word advancements. He went to prison. He interpreted dreams for the cupbearer and the baker. Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's dreams. All processes. Joseph went to prison. He was tested, even in his identity. But God still had a plan. He still had to go through the process. Did he like it? Did he understand it? No. But he went through the process, and look what the outcome of his life. God used him magnificently. But all the things that came out of it, what he received in the process, going through the process, his character was built. He was loyal. God was with him all the time and made it aware, as you read it, that he was with him. He had favor on his life. He had discovered his giftings. He was forgiving towards what his brothers did to him. He learned compassion in that, integrity, strength, all the various things that you will get when you go through the process that you need in order to do the thing that God has for you to do. It's that thing at the end of it all. It's the thing, right? So I want to say to you that the process is good when it don't feel like it and when it don't look like it. But at the end of it, you'll be everything that God has created and called for you to be. There's a cost in the process. Are you willing to pay the price for it? I want to encourage you today. Don't stop. Don't question it. But grow in it. Develop in it. Do everything God said for you to do during your process, because everyone in this room got a different one. And because he is the God of the process, he is also the one that has the purpose for it as well. And because he's the one that has the purpose for the process, we can do it, right? So on the other side of it is growth, is spiritual growth. It's growth in your life, wisdom, all the things that comes from it. And I know that changes and seasons, all of that happens in our lives. But God hasn't stopped. He hasn't forgotten. He's still there, and he's walking with us in it, whether we can see it or not. He's walking with us because he loves us, and he wants us to get to the very end of what we're supposed to be doing, what we have already been designed to do on this earth and in this season of our lives. And because every season and every process is different, that means we are able to trust him in the process. And we can trust him. We can be united in the process with him. We can cooperate with him in the process, because you could see him through it. In the process that I have personally in my life right now, I can see that he's doing some things. in it, in my life right now. Do I understand it? No. But I'm not going to stop. I'm going to trust him through this process that I'm in my life. And I'm saying this to you. Trust him through the process. Do not think that you have no help, because he is your help. He hasn't forgotten you. You think he's not moving fast enough because some things is happening right now? But he's moving on this in the speed and the timing and the place that he's supposed to. Because if he moved faster than that, then you're going to miss something. You know how you skip them steps? You can't skip the step in the process. It's not about skipping. It's not about moving ahead of him. You stay right in alignment with God so that you can see and experience what he's going to do. It's about building muscle. It's building those muscles that we need right now in our lives. Because we're looking at this that's in front of us. But stop looking at that. But look at the expectation of what's going to happen at the end of that. That's what you have to look at. It could be family issues, process. It could be marriage situations, process. It could be your job, process. It's a reason for it. It could be relationships, process. It's all a process. It's a process to build you. And you want everybody else to change. God wants you to change because you're the one that's in the process. That's why. It's you. I need you to change. Stop complaining. And don't say I'm not complaining. You are, because it's in your heart. You're complaining. Don't complain. Go through the process so you can become who God called you to be. There's a reason for it. There's somebody else waiting on you to become. That's why you have to go through the process. How can you tell somebody else what they can do if you're not going to go through the process? You have to be able, willing to trust God in the midst of your life right now. I'm talking about right now. I'm not looking at ahead because we're not over there yet. And don't look back because you done went back there already. So you don't need to be looking back, but you do need to be looking forward. And look in your now. Look in the now because you'll miss something. And he don't want you to miss anything that he has for you right now. Please don't. And don't let anyone talk you out of your process, whether they have good intentions or not. There's a reason for it. Because if you miss it, you're going to have to go back to it. And you don't want to do a repeat. Do you want to do a repeat? I don't want to do a repeat. I'm going to go through it like I have to. And I'm going to go through it like a soldier. Do you understand? I don't say much. But I could promise you I'm in a process. Do you understand? But I'm going to go through it though. Right? And I need you all to. Because God has something on the other side for you. Whatever that is that he has promised you, whatever he has showed you in his word that he's going to do for you, I'm talking about you individually. God is going to do it. But you follow him all the way through it. I promise you he's going to bring you out. He's going to bring you out if you let him. That process is lovely. It's good. It's needed. We have to. Things is changing. He's shifting. Isn't he shifting? He's shifting. God is changing some things. He's moving some things around for a reason. For sometimes you've been too long in one thing, and it's time to move you to the next. But you have to trust him in the next, in the move, in the next step. Do not make up your own story, because God already has your story already made out. And a lot of times we're like, but I'm going to tell you, can I say this to you? You can't move forward if you're ready to quit now. It's absolutely no way. You want to quit because it's hard. But do you understand sometimes we need the hard in order to do the thing, or order to help somebody or shift somebody's life around? Because we're still looking at the pain, but we need to release the pain and allow God to do what he needs to do. I don't know who this is for, but you want to give up on something that he didn't tell you to give up on. He didn't tell you to give up on it. And it looks weird, and it looks crazy, and it looks like it's not going to happen, and it looks like it's not going to change, but it will change. You don't change, but God will change it. Whoever that's for.